Hello my crafty friends. In this video we're going to be doing some DIY crafting Christmas in July style. We're going to be taking ordinary, well, one not so ordinary supply and turning them into extraordinary high quality Christmas decorations like these. Also, if you're into Christmas markets or maybe want to make a little side money for the holidays, these would sell perfectly in my opinion. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay. For this craft, we're going to be using an unfamiliar crafting supply, and that's well, maybe it's familiar to some of you, but to me it wasn't, but I wanted to try these DIYs. So they are the wood shims, and I purchased these at Lowe's. They were $1.78, and I'll have them linked down below, and there'll also probably be like a QR code or something right here for them. Anyway, you'll also need a wood stem. What do they call these? Wood slices. Now you can get these at the Dollar Tree or really anywhere, but I got these at Hobby Lobby last year in their Christmas section. So we're going to start by getting out our wood shims. Perfect. And that's 2 packs. We're probably not going to use all 2 packs. We'll set these aside for now. And how we're going to do this is we're going to glue them together. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen these, but they're so cute. But you'll just start by gluing. You see how the shim is goes thinner? And that's, you know, to shim up like door frames or pieces of wood maybe that you want to shim them up so it becomes level with the other side or whatever. Anyway, they have a thinner side and a thicker side. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all of them and we're going to glue them thin side up. So let's get to gluing. And I'm going to be using some of this Tight Bond, and this glue is so good. All right, so let's go ahead and get to gluing. And it doesn't need a lot of glue because it's just a little piece of wood. And you'll just start and you'll just take them and glue them together. And then you'll pinch them together and you'll keep gluing all the way until you get the size of what we're making is a little wooden Christmas tree. So you're going to glue as many as you like together. So let's see. I'm not sure how many I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and just get to gluing and we'll see where we are. And I think it's going to be easier to just lay them down flat personally, but maybe not. We'll see. We'll see, but I think so because that way I can see the bottom lining up. It's probably easier flipped over, honestly. Well, I don't know. Let's try it this way. So, I have 14 of them glued together. Now, what I'm going to do is stand mine upright because I want it flat on the bottom and I want the top pieces stuck together. So I'm going to do a clamp on the top of mine, and that way it'll keep them together. Making sure it's straight on the bottom, then I'm just going to clamp this on the top to pinch those together. So as you'll see, it's kind of pulling apart at the bottom, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some tape, because I know everybody has tape. I'll just take some inexpensive masking tape and I'm going to tape around my bottom of my wood piece. That way you don't have to go buying clamps and everything. Everybody's got tape, you know what I mean? So we want to make this craft friendly for everybody, not just those that have tons of tools. Am I right? So we're going to pinch it together and then we're going to tape it tight like that. Perfect. Bring it like that and bring it around. And then I'm going to bring mine to the back side of my tape where it meets up. So now we have what looks like this, just taped up. And you can keep the clamp on or you can use the tape around the top too, which actually I might actually do a little bit of tape around the top just to keep it secure. And then we'll just let that dry. And then once it's dry, we'll just remove our tape. And we have what looks like this. How cute is that? So now what I'm going to do, and you can do this any way you want. You can put any kind of base on this you want. But I'm going to put this little tree trunk, little wood circle here. And I'm going to set that right on top of it. Make sure I got it flat, the flat side. Perfect. And I'm going to glue mine with some wood glue. Now you can glue it with hot glue if you store your stuff in a cool spot, but I store my Christmas decor out in my garage, and I live in South Florida, so you only know what happens to that poor stuff out there. It gets very hot out there. All right, so now we're just going to let that glue, and then we'll continue on. Now that it's dry, we're going to paint our tree, and you can do this however you want. I'm going to be painting mine in this lighter mossy color green, and then I'm going to take and distress my tree once I get it painted. So let's go ahead and get it painted, and then we'll distress it. And you'll see I'm just giving it kind of a rough paint coat because I want it to be a rustic tree. And once it's painted, I then just took some rough sandpaper. What is this? It is 80 grit. Sorry for the pinging, but that is someone trying to text me. Anyway, and I'm just going to sand it and distress it. Okay, and then we have this cute little rustic sort of tree. Get all this cleaned up. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to dry brush it with a stain, and then I'll wipe that off. We'll see how that goes. Let me get this cleaned up and we'll continue on. Okay. Actually, I've changed my mind, and I just like it that green, distressed light green. So I'm going to leave mine like this. Would you distress it with more like a brown stain? I don't know. I think I'm going to keep it like this because I really like it. But I am going to embellish it, and for that I'm going to be using some little bit of greenery, and I think I was going to use some ribbon, but I think I'm going to use this fabric instead and make a little bow out of the fabric because it's so cute and rustic. I just love it. And we'll just like that, and we'll make our little bow out of this. That'll be perfect. Okay, so we're going to set this aside. We've got our glue gun over here. And then I'm just going to pick a little bit of this greenery off of my wreath. And we're just going to add the tiniest little pieces. So we don't need this big piece here. Yeah, I think we'll do that many. We'll do one more big one here. We'll have 2 long ones and 2 short ones. All right, so now I'm just going to glue mine on to my tree. Now, do I want this side? I like that side with the little knot there. I think that's so cute. Or do I like this side? I don't know. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. I think I like this side better. So we're going to decorate this side. We're going to start by gluing these down. And I'm just going to glue them right here. All right, so once we have that on there, I think it looks so cute. Now we're going to add our little fabric bow. And I didn't trim the ends because I want to see if I like them long. But then we're just going to glue that on to our greenery like that. Oh my goodness, this is looking so cute. I love it. It's so cute. I wonder if they make bigger shims, like longer ones. I'm going to have to look into that because this is super cute. All right, so now I think I'm going to trim my ribbon. I was going to leave it long. What would you guys do? Would you leave it long or would you trim it? Let me trim it and see. I think it's really cute long though. I do kind of like it long. What do you guys think? Do you like it long? I think I do. All right, and then to finish it off, I'm going to take and glue a little tag on here. And I'm just going to be using some of these tags that I purchased. I don't even know where I got these from. It's like just some ephemera or something for junk journaling. And I think I'm just going to stick this right in there. And it says warm wishes. Or, let me see, what else do I have? I have this one where it says joy with the cardinal on it. I like that one too. That one's super, super cute. I like this one, the season's greetings. That one's pretty. I like that it's red. Yeah, I think I like that one. I don't know. I don't think it matches though. Oh, that one's cute, isn't it? That one's super cute. What do you think about that one? Deck the halls. Do they have any tree quotes in here? That would be cute. A tree one, right? That's cute, but I think it's too big. All right, I think I'm going to do this one, Deck the Halls. That is so cute. All right, let me clean the rest of these up. And I got these from Hobby Lobby, actually, last year. So if you're looking for them, they'll probably have them this year too. So let me put these up. Oh, they're hard to pick up. All right, put these back in their bag. Okay, perfect. And then I don't think I was thinking about distressing it a little bit with some dark stain to make it look more rustic, but I don't really think it needs it, honestly. I think I'm going to leave it like that. And I might cut my little ribbon here a little bit. Yeah, I think I'll cut that a little bit shorter so it doesn't interfere with the tag. There we go. And then we'll just stick our tag down. You could also make a fabric tag or whatever you wanted. But I think it looks so cute. And we need one more thing to finish it off, in my opinion anyway. But I think it looks so cute so far. What do you guys think? Don't you love it? Don't you want to make like lots of these? You know, I think these would be great to sell. Oh yes, during the Christmas season, these would be perfect to sell. Yes, I think so. So if you do that kind of stuff and you go to markets, there's an idea for you. All right, so now I'm going to take my little jingle bell and I'm going to stick it on there as well. Should I stick it in the center? I think I will. Let's see. I think I'll stick it right in the center of my bow. Push it down. It looks so cute. Look at it. Just look at it, will you? Oh my goodness, this one's taking me out. And it was so much fun. Oh my goodness. All right, so now we're going to take the same concept, but we're going to make something different with it. And I've already glued them together. So it's ready to go. So let's get going. Okay, so for this one, I glued, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wood shims together. And we're going to start by painting this part red, and we're going to paint this part a light kind of flesh color or a tan color. So let's go ahead and get that done. We'll start with the red. Excuse me. I can't resist. I can't resist, I tell you. Okay. So now we're just going to paint this bottom half red. It doesn't have to be perfect because remember, this is rustic. We're keeping it rustic. Okay, so we have that painted. Now we are going to paint this part up here a pink-like kind of tan color. Where did I put my paints? Oh, here they are. Okay, and for me, I'm going to have to mix mine because I really don't have a color that I want. So I'm going to mix it to make the color I want. So we're going to do a little bit of pink. And then we're going to do a little bit of this. We're going to use this tan here, this khaki, and we'll see what we're at with that. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we're going to mix our paints here and see if we can come up with a color. And I'm going to need a little bit, we're going to use a little bit of this lighter tan to mix with it. And what I love about this is you can make it any skin color that you like, which I like that idea. Okay, and then we're just going to take and paint this in our flesh color. All right, so now we have that and it's dried. So now we're going to take some of that fabric that I had from our other project, our tree project, and we're going to make a little hat for our wood shim character. So let me see how that's best to do this. Let's see here. Let me look at my fabric. Okay, perfect. Okay. So we're going to take this and we're just going to cut it. Put this over here. Now we have our thing. So we're going to lay it down onto our fabric. And I kind of like that frayed edge, so I think I'm going to leave it. And I want to make a little hat. So I wonder what's the best way to make it. I think maybe like that. Maybe I will do that. Let's see. Or should I do it like this? Like a little hat? Like that? I don't know. I think I like it like this actually. So let's try. Let's try and make a hat. A Santa hat. We're gonna try. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, we're gonna put it down like this, right, like that. Into our, why did I put it in the middle of my fabric? I don't know. I don't know why I do some silly things, but here we are. All right, so now I'm just gonna fold it over. And I think I will glue it like that and then make it bend over. Yeah, that'll be perfect. And why did I waste all this fabric? Oh boy, whatever. We don't know why. We don't know. We don't have time to be worrying about that right now. I'm sure we'll use it. All right. So now we're going to just put this down and we're going to smush that in there. And we'll put a little glue here. We're going to bring our little Santa hat over. That looks so cute. Yeah, that looks so cute. But I'm going to trim this up because we don't need all that. We don't need all that. And I'm wondering, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think, yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish gluing this together. All right, like that. And then I'm going to tie it off. I should put a little stuffing in there, huh? Make it a little bit stuffed. Let me see. Do I have some old fabric I could stuff it with? Maybe. Let's see. I do. Let's try and stuff it with some of this fabric I have and see what happens. All right. So then we're going to do like this. Then we're going to tie it off at the bottom. And I think I'm going to tie mine off with a little bit of, yeah, let's tie it off with a little bit of this. And we'll see how that goes. We're going to tie it off. Like that. Oh, that is so cute. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to cut this to make it like a little pom-pom end. Just use the fabric to make the fuzzy pom-pom end. You know, because it's like rustic. What do they call it? Primitive. I forget what they call it. Americana. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to do that. Oh, look, it's so cute. Oh, look, it's so cute. Oh, what's that? We're getting crazy over here. We're getting crazy. We're getting crazy up in here. Now, I'm going to just glue this right here. So it'll be down with the pom-pom. Sorry if I'm not in the frame here. And then we're like that. It kind of looks cute, sticking straight up too. But we're going to do like this. And we're just gonna glue it right to the, yeah. Okay, perfect. We'll do that in a minute because we got something else to do here. Now I want to put something around here. Like I'd like to do some like fur or something, but I don't really think I have any fur. You know what I do have? I have some white felt. So let's do that. Hold on one second. Okay, so let's try the felt and see what that looks like. I actually wish I had some fur. That would be so cute. I know I have some like white beard fur, but I don't know where it is. So we're just going to try this for now with the little felt. Oh, that's perfect. Fits perfectly. I think it's so cute, but I think it needs a little bit more. So maybe a couple layers of the felt stuck on there. We're winging this Santa, that's for sure. We are winging Mr. Santa. Oh yeah, that looks much, much, much better. Okay, so now we're going to glue this on. All right, so now we'll just press that down. And look at it, it's looking so cute. Okay, now that we have that on, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this one down and glue it into place. Right. All right, now we're going to kick this up a level. I found my faux fur, and I got this from Hobby Lobby back last year when it was on clearance. So now we're going to kick it up to the level in which I want it. And look at it, it's like so cute. It's like fur ribbon. So we're going to take, actually I think I might put some up here too. Since we found it. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to cut, first we're going to cut enough for his beard. Okay, so we have our piece cut for his hat. So we're going to put that around. Put that down. Make sure it's nice and pinched in. You know, I probably don't even need the felt now, but we'll leave it on there since we already have it on. Then we're going to trim that off. And then you might have to trim up some of the fur. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so now we have that. So now we're going to give him a beard. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut like a little half circle out to give it like a little bit more shape. Like that. We'll see. Oh, look at how cute that is. All right. So now we need to shape up the bottom. Like more like a beard. And it's kind of weird when you cut this furry ribbon like stuff. It kind of sheds, but that's okay. We don't care. We don't care. See. All right. Let's glue it down and then we'll go from there. Okay. Might need to be a little bit littler, but we'll see. He does look cute, doesn't he? Do you think his beard's too much? I mean, do you think it's too much? You think I need to trim it up a little bit, maybe? Yeah, maybe a little bit. I'll trim it up a little bit while it's on here. Okay, so now we have what looks like this. How cute is that? Okay, so now we have to put a face on our Santa. Okay, I'm going to be using one of these little knobs for the nose. I'm going to put it right there. And honestly, these are the same color, so I don't even have to paint them, which is perfect. It's going to be kind of like a gnome-looking Santa, I guess. Not really, because you really can't see Santa's mouth. Okay, so now we have this little guy with the nose on. And next, what I'm going to do is I got to paint some little eyes and some little pink cheeks. So let's do that. And then once we have our black eyes on there, I'm going to take, you could actually do the paint markers too by Hello Hobby from Walmart. And they are so good. If you don't have them, they are a must-have because they are so good. And then I just, once we had his eyes painted in and his little face with his little cheeks, I added some greenery with a bell to his little Santa hat. And I tied on a little bit of a green velvet ribbon. I had just a tiniest little piece. And I think he turned out so cute. What do you guys think? I think with the tree, look at the two of them together. How cute are they? Oh my, I gotta make more of these. These would sell so well for you guys if you do craft shows for the season. Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna make some too to sell. I think they're so cute. You guys gonna make some? I hope so. Hey, my crafty friends, if you like what you see so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you here at Sweet Bay Lane. The supplies for this DIY are very simple. You're going to need a wire hoop of some sort. Now you can do a wire hoop with a coat hanger, but I'm going to be using these brass wreath rings. Do you remember when Dollar Tree used to carry these? I don't know if they still do, but I'm going to be using the larger one of this set of 3. And then I'm going to be using some burlap, like, what do they call this, ribbon or whatever, but anyway, it's just burlap. And mine is a brown kind of rustic burlap, and I got that from Hobby Lobby. So, like I said, this is a very simple DIY. We're going to start by taking our largest hoop, and we are going to find where they've welded it together. You'll see like there's a little spot there, and what you'll do is you'll just bend it, and look at that, it's so easy. It's completely broken apart. So perfect. Then we're going to take let's start with the little one first. Actually, I think this is just pieces. Yeah, well, I'm going to set that aside. We'll start with the larger one first and see if we need to fill in with anything. But we just start by taking our ring. I'm going to spread mine apart a little bit. And you're just going to weave the burlap. Now I'm going to put mine right down the middle, and you'll just weave the burlap in and out of the ring. Like that. I don't know if you could see it, but you're just tucking it right in there. And then you leave like a little bit of a loop there, and then you tuck it, and then push it down, and then tuck it. So now we're going to do that completely around till our hoop is filled. So let's go ahead and get to doing that. And then we're going to make what looks like this. Isn't that pretty? So let's go ahead and finish this up, and then we'll continue on with our project. You know, I just thought of an idea, so let's try it. I wonder what would happen if you started and you folded it, and then you put it on. You know what? Let's try that. I wonder. Let's go ahead and try that. Let's see if it works. So that's one way of doing it. So let's see if this idea of mine is going to work. Let's see. So you're going to take your burlap, and you're going to fold it like this, like a fan shape. However big you want your pieces to be. I hope this works. That would be very time saving. So let's see. And you'll just fold it as best you can. Trying to keep everything even. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to give it a whirl. We are going to give it a whirl. Because if it does, it's going to be so perfect as far as time, you know. So let's put it out. And then we're going to just keep doing this back and forth till we get to the end of our one roll here. And I have something to kind of keep mine lined up with that little line, but if you don't have like a design, then it doesn't really matter. But I'm trying to keep mine a little bit more even just because of that. Okay, here is the truth-telling time here. You'll see if my idea works. It's probably going to be so hard to get in there, but maybe not. We'll see. And I'm just wiggling it back and forth, and I can feel it going through, so I think we're on to something here. So let's keep going. Oh, there it is. See my little thing? It's just like fed it right through. Perfect. All right. All right, now we're going to shift gears because the bigger ring that I have, I don't have enough of this burlap to fill it. So we're going to take our medium ring and we're going to break this one in half too. So easy. And we're going to take and put this burlap onto this ring here. So I'm going to refold it in our accordion shape. So I won't bore you with this step again. So I'm going to really fast forward through it, but we're going to fold this into our accordion and then we're going to put it onto this ring here. So let's go ahead and get that done. Now that we have it all on our ring, we're going to take and tape our ring off. And I think what I'll do, and I was going to add glue, but I don't really think I need to add glue, if I'm being honest. I think the tape will hold. Yeah, I think the tape will hold perfectly fine. And I'm just using regular masking tape, but you can use whatever tape you have. Okay, so now we have it taped like that. And then what you'll do is I'm going to take mine and kind of twist it, I think, and make it a little more full. And you just take your pieces here and you'll just twist them in the opposite direction. And that kind of just fluffs them up. And since I have different pieces on mine, I'm going to have to do it like this. But you'll just twist them and make it full. And so then we have this cute little burlap wreath. Don't you love that? How cute and how easy was that? And now I'm just going to add some ribbon to mine. And then you're left with this beautiful, full, affordable wreath. What do you guys think? Don't you love it? And just think about all the options you could do. You could do it with a wider, like, spaced ribbon if it was made like a burlap material. You could do it with any color burlap, any design. I think this would be really beautiful in a red, but I just love this one. It matches my living room decor for Christmas perfectly.